Monster.
I'll remember that easy because your name rhymes with fossil and you're old.
Thanks, kid. I'm looking for a boy about your age named Milo, who may have come through here.
You're asking the right guy. I remember every face that's come through here since I was a little kid.
Yeah? How many's that?
Like, at least 12. How recently are we talking?
Sometime over the past couple of nights.
Oh, didn't know. Haven't seen no kids.
You sure you haven't seen any children come through here?
Nope, definitely would have remembered.
What about anything suspicious?
Suspicious? Yeah, there was this one guy. Tall, wearing a big coat and carrying a purse.
I see. Nice one.
And his name was Fossil!
I got the joke, kid. What's your story, Pixel?
Well, I'm 8 years old, and my birthday is in only 64 days. I'm really good at math, and I can... even lift my sister. And she's super fat.
Very comprehensive.
Yep. Anything I can help you with today?
Did a vehicle come through here recently?
Maybe. How recently is recently?
Like 2 nights ago?
Oh, then definitely no. But wait, 2 nights ago? My brother, Vauxhall, he saw this giant monster.
What kind of monster?
Like a totally huge, but not real one.
Huge, but not real?
I mean, Vauxhall says it's totally huge, and Ember says it's not real.
Well, which is it?
I don't know what to believe.
What's this about a giant monster?
Right, so my brother Vauxhall, like 2 nights ago, it was night time, right? And we had been playing this massive game of buzzsaws and dynamos, so I was like, wah! But, where was I?
The giant monster.
Oh yeah, right. So, later that night, he wakes me up screaming about how he saw a giant monster.
And?
That's the end of my story. Don't tell Ember I told you.
Who's Vauxhall?
My brother, remember?
Can I talk to him?
I guess, but he's not as friendly or helpful as me. Real question is, will he talk to you? He's been hiding for like 2 days now. Won't speak to nobody but me.
Can you tell me where to find him? Maybe he'll talk to me.
Maybe. Yeah, okay. You've done me a favour. He's hiding in a bench in the garden. I told him I wouldn't tell no one, but you seem okay.
This vehicle, it had legs instead of wheels.
Vehicles don't have legs, though.
This one did. Your brother saw a monster, right? You thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, that it was a giant daddy longlegs.
No. That your brother's monster was actually...
A very small daddy longlegs, but very close to him.
No.
I caught a daddy longlegs once. What was your question?
Listen, about this monster.
Jeez, man, why are you so obsessed with monsters? They're not real.
What do you do here?
Well, me and my brother and my sister usually live in a tribe way over that way by the old burnt-down radio tower. But it's like so boring there. We come here for the action.
I can see why. Any idea how I can get more answers out of Vauxhall?
I don't know, but I'm getting sick of the whole monster thing.
Any idea how I can get more answers out of Vauxhall?
I don't know, but I'm getting sick of the whole monster thing.
What's happening, Pixel?
Not a whole...
Not right now. You
Nope, definitely would have remembered.
Bye.
Okay, I'll go.
Hi.
Hi again.
See you around.
Bye now.
A metaphysical symmetry of curvature, man and machine. If that was art, I must have been missing something. Nothing happened. Probably because the machine had had its innards ripped out. Hey, Hobbsworth.
Hey, what can I do for you?
See you around, Hobbsworth.
Keep a smile on your face.
Hey, Wendell.
Hello, stranger. How goes the battle?
I'll leave you be.
I'm fine with...
I didn't rate my chances against all of those razor-sharp beaks. Those birds weren't going to let me anywhere near the back of the truck.
Authorized citizen ID required.
I'd learned to think twice before just slapping my hand on something. Hello, Voxel.
Shh. What?
My name is Foster. I've just got a few questions. I'm looking for a missing kid. He came through this way a couple of nights ago. His name is Milo. He's about Pixel's age.
And my age.
Have you seen him?
No, I haven't seen anything. I've been in this fortress where it's safe.
Safe from what?
The monster.
Voxel, about this monster. Truth is, I'm a monster hunter. I've been tracking a monster across the desert for days. I think he came through here, and I'm looking for someone brave enough to see it and live to tell the tale.
I saw it.
Can you describe it?
It was big and beastie, and it eats children, and I could hear the screaming, and it was fast and dark and silent.
Slow down, one thing at a time.
It was big, like a giant dog.
A giant dog? That sounds like what I'm after. Did you see any children?
No, but I heard them. I heard kids crying inside its tummy.
And where did it go?
It sneaked off into the city. After that, I got in here. No way am I gonna let it get me.
You've been in here for 2 days?
Still alive, aren't I?
This giant dog. Where did you see it?
I was playing buzzsaws and dynamos with Pixel. I won, and he was really cross. Then, in the night, I woke up. It was totally dark. I'd heard this sound, like feet padding along the road, big feet. And then I heard screams, children's screams. I ran over here and hid in my fort.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Any ideas on getting into the city?
People go in and out of the main gate. Are you gonna go in there and kill it?
Sure am. That's what monster hunters do best. Then I'm gonna bring Milo and the other children back out.
You will? Oh, you better take this.
Thanks. What is it?
A firecracker. I was gonna use it to kill the monster, but you can have it.
What do I do with this firecracker?
I don't know. Throw it at the monster. But cover your ears.
Can you tell me more about these missing kids?
Only that I heard them inside the monster.
Did anyone else see the dog?
I don't think so. No one believes it even exists. But you do, don't you? You believe me?
Don't worry, Voxel. I'm on the hunt. Do you know how I can get inside the city?
I already said you need to get across the river and through the big doors.
How long ago did you see this dog?
It was 1, 2, 3... 2. It was 2 nights ago.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
What do I do with it?
Whatever you want. It makes a scary...
How long ago?
I said already.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
See you around.
Hey, you got anything to eat? I'm kinda hungry.
I could keep an eye out.
Mr. Hopsworth sometimes lets me have some of his lunch. He doesn't usually know that, though.
Ah, understood. Voxel's giant dog sounded a lot like the stalker that had taken Milo. Now I was sure that the stalker had entered the city. There had to be a way in through the main gates. The smell of the Mini K was highly pungent. I gave the door a firm push. These were not my best moves. I gave the door a good tug. Maybe later. How's things?
About the same as they were 3 minutes ago.
How do I open the back of the truck again?
1, big bumper wallop. 2, little jig. 3, pull hard.
Wallop, jig, pull. Got it. Be seeing you.
Aye.
Right. Hit the bumper. Maybe later. Here we go. I gave the door a firm push. I gave the door a good tug. I gave the door a firm push. Here we go. I gave the door a good tug. I gave the door a firm push. These were not my best moves. I gave the door a good tug. Right. Hit the bumper. These were not my best moves.
Unidentified meat product. Unidentified meat product.
It's a knockwurst. Want some?
Do I look like a neckverse kind of droid? How can I help?
Excuse me.
Greetings, registered Gaplander.
How do I get into the city?
Only citizens have access. You have. Please be patient whilst your application is processed.
I'll be going now.
Have a really awesome day.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, go on.
I spoke to Voxel about his monster problem.
You what?
I think his monster is the vehicle I've been tracking.
Good for you. So you told him the monster was real? Won't be seeing him anytime soon. Nice one, Super Dad.
Any ideas on getting into the city?
You got one of them new chips?
Yeah, just got one from the terminal over there.
That one's no good. They've given you a cheap temp ID so the droids don't run you over. Bridge only opens for citizens. Soz, mate.
Thanks, Ember.
Later, man.
Ember's deed had a citizen ID stored on it. Come on, big fella. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. Come on, big fella. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. Come on, big fella. A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old, deflated tires. Guess what I found?
A lot of nerve coming back here.
Nope. This.
What? My date? I'll have that.
Sure, but how about I give you the deed in exchange for the citizen ID that's on it?
The date for the ID, but
You wouldn't have it back if it weren't for me.
it wouldn't have been stolen if it weren't for you.
So we're even.
I suppose that's sort of fair.
Excellent. When do we start?
Have you got a U-chip?
Yes. My hand is still stinging.
Right then, let's get this over with, yeah? Pass me back my date, Follow me over to my workbench. You ready to do this?
I'm not entirely sure what this is.
You want that citizen's ID, right?
Yeah. What do I need to do?
Cool. Just place your hand flat on the U-chip scanner. Over here on my workbench.
Like this?
Yeah, good enough. Let me just line up the laser. Oi, keep your hand still or you'll lose it.
Is this gonna hurt?
No more than getting the chip installed in the first place. Right, just transferring the ID now. You may feel a slight pinch. What was that?
That wasn't supposed to happen?
There it is again. Must be... nothing. It must be nothing. Looks like his name was Graham. A fun, upstanding citizen.
Graham. Got it.
Good luck, Citizen Graham.
At last I had a citizen ID. I hoped that this was going to be my key to getting into the city. Graham's ID was finally starting to get me places. The power cell was completely wrecked. 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 Hey, Wendell.
Managed to get those doors open all right?
Just about.
Did you, do the jig?
Sure did. You said it was essential.
That's right. Although, here's a funny thing. My wife never does the jig back at the farm. But it always seems to open for her. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Want one of these mini Ks?
Oh, better not.
I thought you loved them.
Oh, of course I do. They're delicious.
What?
Don't get high on your own supply.
Sorry?
No scoffage on thine own sausage.
Oh, I see. Suit yourself. Any ideas on how I can get into the city?
Aye, that's easy. You just need one small thing.
Great. What?
A truck.
What? Like yours?
No. That being said, you won't even get across the bridge without an authorized ID. Citizen's ID gets you all the way into the city, privileges and all. I've got ID all right, but my power cell's empty. Long story short, I could drive in. If I could drive in.
Do you need a vehicle to get into the city?
You do, but I don't. I've got Brucey here. What I do need is a new power cell.
And you can't just walk in?
Are you mad? There's guns guarding them main gates, and they'd make mincemeat up.
So these
Eh?
You said they... Yes, but... Your mini cave...
I prefer to think of it as aged to perfection.
But...
Aged to perfection.
Any other vehicles around here I could use?
There's nought round here.
I need to get into the city as soon as possible.
Me too, pal. But Brucey here's not going anywhere.
I'll leave you be.
I'm fine with that.
Now 10% more absorbency.
Hey, Hobsworth.
Hey, what can I do for you?
Wendell's power cell wasn't looking too functional.
Oh man, you saw, huh? I don't think it's supposed to smoke like that.
Not conventionally, no.
Listen, don't tell Wendell. I'll fix it.
This may sound like a stupid question, but how do I actually get into the city?
Well, first thing would be to head over to the city gates.
Yes?
If you got a valid ID, and just scan your U-chip, and the bridge will open.
Valid for what?
Now, that is a stupid question. You need a vehicle to get through the big doors there. If you have transport clearance, like that old fella with the smelly truck, you just drive up, scan your ID, and roll right onto the elevator down to the cargo bay.
Any updates on...
Not yet, but I'll get onto it soon.
About this missing kid?
I can't help you there. Now, please stop. It makes me kind of uncomfortable, you know what I mean?
So,
Sorry.
see you around, Hobsworth.
Keep a smile on.
Me again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
Food delivery for Mr. Voxel.
Oh, yes. One of Hobsworth's city singers. Do you want my crusts?
You eat them. Warriors need their strength. Can I grab another?
Sorry, mister. That was the last one.
See you around.
How can I help?
Excuse me.
Greetings, Citizen Graham.
I was going to have to get used to being called Graham.
Your body mass index is looking lower than when last recorded. Congratulations.
And I feel great, like a totally different person.
Negative. You are still Citizen Graham. How can I be of assistance?
Where can I enter the city?
Well,
What if I don't have...
you'd need a pedestrian entry point.
Is there one of those here?
Not anymore.
Bye for now.
Have a nice day now.
Hey, me again.
Wanna push me on the swings?
Maybe later.
Oh,
Do you know how to get into the city?
Oh, if I knew that, would I be living in this car park?
Do you know anything about the city?
Yes, it's amazing.
How do you mean?
You should hear me. It's like you say, I want a sandwich, and blam, you got a... And then you drop your sandwich on the floor and make a mess, and it's instantly cleaned up. You don't have to do anything yourself. And then you say, I want another sandwich, and blam, another sandwich. And that's for like anything, not just sandwiches.
Bye.
Okay, I'll go.
Anything you can tell me about this finger?
Whoa. Want to trade?
I think I'll hold on to it for now. Nothing happened. Probably because the machine had had its innards ripped out.
Error. UChip firmware outdated. Authority for vehicular access denied.
The firmware on my U-chip was out of date. I realized that I'd been sold a dud by Ember.
For vehicular access denied.
The hologram was already active.
I must say, we weren't expecting to see you here outside the city.
Guess I'm an unexpected kind of guy.
Indeed.
And who are you?
My name is Greta. It is my duty and pleasure to answer any questions you may have about Union City and the local area. How can I be of service today?
So I need a vehicle to get into the city.
At this vehicle entrance? Yes, that's right, sir.
Don't seem to be many vehicles going through, though.
How very observant of you, sir.
Thank you. Quiet time of year, huh?
Very. There was a delivery scheduled a couple of days ago, but it hasn't come through.
Why won't the bridge open for my ID?
Your ID appears to be in order, Citizen Graham.
Said something about outdated firmware?
Ah, that explains it. Your UChip firmware is outdated. The hand scanner on the bridge was recently replaced with the latest Union City technology. When did you last update your UChip firmware, sir?
I'd say roughly never.
Dear me, that is rather unorthodox. Polite suggestion. Please update your UChip firmware at the next opportunity.
How can I update the firmware on my U-chip?
To update your firmware, please speak to one of our technical support greeters.
Greta? Aren't you a Greta?
Indeed I am. Just not the right greeter. I am not installed with firmware update software. Can't risk the Gaplanders getting access, can we, sir?
Yeah, right. So the only way to update my U-chip is inside the city?
That's right, sir.
But I can't get into the city without the update.
Exactly.
I need to get into the city.
Easily done, sir. Just drive your vehicle across the...
My vehicle?
Yes, your vehicle. You do have a vehicle, don't you?
What if I don't?
Well, you're about 5 years too late. This is a vehicle entrance now. Freight only, I'm afraid. Anything else I can help with today?
Why was I given an out-of-date U-chip?
Where did you obtain it?
At the immigration terminal, just over there.
Ah, I'm afraid that's an out-of-date U-chip dispenser.
Is everything around here out of date?
On the contrary, I'm proud to report we've just begun rolling out the latest U-chip technology in this area. In fact, the bridge is already running smoothly on a new system.
Just my luck. So you can't help me find a...
It's outside my jurisdiction, sir.
Shouldn't the bridge open for citizens?
It should.
Won't open for me.
Well, it would, if you'd updated your U-chip firmware.
How do I get it?
Just drop...
And if I...
Anything else I can do for you, sir?
Have a nice day.
In Union City, sir, there is no...
I figured it was best not to show Hopsworth the stolen scanner. Got something for you, Hopsworth.
Is that one of those meaty Watsons from the nice old gen over there?
You bet it is. Want one?
Oh, I'm not a sausage kind of guy, you know?
The U-chip I'd been given here now contained this Graham guy's ID. The console seemed specialized. The power cell was completely wrecked.
The Museum of History presents Animal Collection.
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
One step forward, two steps back. I had a citizen ID, but my outdated U-chip firmware wasn't going to play nice with more modern devices. Hi.
Hi again.
There's a problem with this ID you gave me. I tried the bridge, but it wouldn't let me through. Apparently my U-chip is out of date.
Oh, right. They had to replace the hand scanner recently. Must be running on new firmware, much newer than the crappy U-chips from that old terminal.
What happened to the old hand scanner?
No idea. Why would you even ask that? I didn't take it. Shut up.
Either way, the ID you gave me doesn't work.
Hey, listen, guy. The ID is tip-top. It's your U-chip that's the problem. It's old. Like you.
Well, have you got any newer replacements?
Nuh-uh. That U-chip is in you now. It stays there. You'll need to run an update, but my guess is you can only do that inside the city.
And without the update, I can't get across the bridge. I appear to be at an impasse.
Yikes. Well, that ain't good. Could maybe hack the bridge, but... Nah. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Did you say hack?
Okay. So you know how everything here runs on Minos?
Minos? Surely that's not based off the old Link system.
That's right. When they upgraded, they dumped the old Link tech. Smart shoes, smart toasters, smart light bulbs, smart fridges. Minos makes everything smart, smart, smart. Except the humans. Anyway, you know how Hobbsworth is always pointing his scanner at stuff?
Yeah?
That's his Minos scanner. Minos scanners let guys without any smarts figure out how machines work. Old Hobbsworth has all kinds of safeguards so he can't mess things up more when they break. But with a few modifications...
Can you do more than just diagnose Minos machines?
Much more.
Could I borrow your hacker? Is that a no? Could I maybe trade you something for your hacker?
Honestly, probably not.
Okay, so if you won't trade me for that hacker, could you make me one?
For a price, and a whole lot of inconvenience.
What do you mean?
For starters, you need one of Hobbsworth's Minos scanners. You get me one of them, and then we can talk about next steps.
You mean this thing?
Oh, you found one already? Where'd you get it?
It was just lying around in Hobbsworth's hut.
He really should be more careful. Right then. Let's see what else you've got in that bag that might be worth my time, trouble, and effort.
I don't know if you can use this, but how about this finger?
Okay, creepy. Let me take a look. Whoa. Okay, this is some serious kit. The micro actuators alone are worth a bundle.
So it's a deal then. You'll hack this scanner, and the finger is yours.
You betcha. Pleasure doing business with you. Meet me at my workbench when you're ready. One Ember-grade Minos hacker.
Thanks. So how do I use this thing?
You activate scan mode, obviously.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, well, that's the easy part. Now follow me. This is how I find hidden systems. They're all over the place. There you go. One just popped into range.
Okay, what do I do now?
Use the big button at the top. Right, so this here is a diagnostic view of Minos.
Looks like it runs the vending machine.
No kidding. See those task nodes? The darker ones?
Yeah?
Well, unlike Hobbsy's little vanilla scanner, my hacker can swap them round. So let's see how smart you are. Want to give me an infinite supply of spankles? You did it! You're smarter than you look. Okay, apply the hack and you'll be good to go.
Unlock your weapon with Lassie
All right, mate? Figure the rest out yourself. Oh, and try not to do anything too stupid, eh?
Apologies, but despite you being a valid user, we have decided to not dispense on this occasion.
At least I felt validated. The bridge seemed to be operated by some sort of hand scanner. Excuse me?
Citizen Graham, you are not authorized for this area.
I just wanted to ask some questions.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm a 4YR droid. And 4YR droids are programmed to ask questions, not answer them.
You're not like that other droid across the bridge.
You mean 2CU? That little jumped up Tim Pop voice box. That's all she is.
And you're a better model?
Better, older, tougher, more reliable. Underneath this steel skin lies the beating heart of a 13.7 volt power cell.
Wow.
Old tech, you see. Tested. Solid. Whereas that flying volleyball over there runs on solar. Sun goes down, she's useless. But me, I can go all night long.
You mentioned a power cell?
Correct. I run off a 13.7 volt power cell.
Really? Would it fit in a truck?
It would fit in older models.
Like that truck over there?
Might do. Looks old enough.
What's beyond that door?
A corridor.
And after that?
The city.
Okay. And how do I get in?
You don't.
Why not?
Because you are a pedestrian, and doors do not open for pedestrians.
But they open for vehicles?
Yes, because it is a vehicle entrance.
Have you seen a boy called Milo?
Gaplander or citizen?
Gaplander.
All Gaplanders look the same to me.
He's quite young and about this tall?
Repeat, all Gaplanders look the same to me.
So you can't help me find Milo?
No.
Do you know anyone else that might be able to help?
You tried asking a human. They answer questions.
Depends what you're asking. Mind if I borrow your power cell?
But I would power down. Cease to exist.
That's taking a pretty pessimistic view.
Wouldn't you in my position?
Think of it as a well-earned retirement.
Sounds more like death.
Any ideas on where I can get one of your power cells?
Ah, sorry. Factory that made them and me shut down years ago.
QCU looks a little newer than you.
That's right. Supposed to be more socially orientated. I'd like to see her try and fix a bent shaft.
What is it you're doing here?
I recycle. Cans, mostly.
What happens to the cans?
First, they get compacted. Then they go down to the recycling center.
Then what?
Well, they get recycled. Turned into stuff.
What kind of stuff?
Important stuff. Really, really important stuff. So I've been told.
How can I get through those doors?
They only open for registered transit vehicles.
That's all for now.
Good.
Warning. This entrance is strictly vehicle only. All pedestrians...
Those guns look like they meant business. The pressure plate appeared to trigger the crane mechanism. The pressure plate appeared to trigger the crane mechanism. The exhaust fan had slowed down to a gentle speed,